I said to the Europeans, I said, do me a favor, would you go out to the farms in Iowa and all the different places in the Midwest? Would you buy a lot of soybeans right now? Because that whole soybean thing is now going to be opened up. No tariffs, no nothing, free trade. I call it free and fair. See, that's called free trade.
Welcome back to America Talks Live. That was President Trump at a workplace development roundtable in, what's that town called, Miranda? Piasta, yes. Iowa. We brought you that just a little while ago. President's also going to be giving a speech about trade later in Granite City, Illinois. That's happening right around 3:40 p.m. Eastern.
And that's a big deal because steel tariffs.
Oh, yeah.
Known for steel.
Steel town.
And we're keeping a very close eye on Facebook stock and just a free
It is
today.
Spiraling down. They lost $100 billion in market capitalization in 5 minutes. Wow. Mark Zuckerberg earlier today lost $16 billion in personal net worth in that same time period.
Wow. We're going to have Rich Terranzano, the CEO of the Terranzano Group, a little later this hour to talk about that.
Yeah, lots to talk about there. $100 billion in market capitalization of the company, $16 billion in Zuckerberg's personal holdings.
Wow.
And lost, not earned.
So a lot going on today, including our top story, and that is Jim Jordan officially now running for House Speaker. Jordan was one of the congressmen who introduced articles of impeachment against Rosenstein. Now the House says that they won't vote today, and it doesn't look like that it will happen anytime soon either.
Well, yeah, they won't do it before the recess, and I think they want to get back to business as usual. But I like the symbolism of it, because Rosenstein needs...
Really? You're okay with just the symbolism of it?
The articles need to be filed.
This is something that you really wanted to see.
I want to see it look, this is where I'm not politically partisan. It should have happened to Eric Holder, it should happen to Rod Rosenstein, and if a Republican, a diehard conservative, was obstructing Congress with this much appearance of impropriety, of wrongdoing on the part of the DOJ and FBI, if Congress can't have oversight, the entire system breaks down. Who watches the watchers? DOJ and FBI are given tremendous power. Tremendous power. They can destroy any one of our lives, cost us millions in legal fees, threaten us with decades in jail. Mm-hmm. You need oversight. I was a law enforcement guy. You need oversight. When the number two man at the DOJ, Jeff Sessions where is he?
He's back.
Well, he popped up at an event, and now he's giving, what Jeff Sessions is saying is, he has full confidence in Rod Rosenstein. He has full confidence. I think we might have a quote of the Attorney General, a video of the Attorney General. Let's hear that.
My deputy, Rod Rosenstein, is highly capable. I have the highest confidence in him. You probably know not only did he go to the Wharton School of Business, but graduated from Harvard right here in this area. So what I would like Congress to do is to focus on some of the legal challenges that are out there.
I'm actually blown away by that, Miranda, but I think somebody else is going to have a very strong opinion.
You seem very calm about that. I don't think our next guest is going to be calm about that.
No, I don't. Let's bring in our next guest, our good friend and former federal prosecutor Larry Klayman, also the founder of Freedom Watch. Larry, did you hear that? I mean, what in the world? Sessions isn't just backing Rosenstein. He's swooning over him. Oh, he went to Wharton and he went to Harvard. He's an amazing guy. It's as if Rosenstein isn't obstructing Congress and wasn't signing off on unverified FISA warrants. What's going on here, Larry?
First of all, the fact that you went to Harvard does not make you an amazing guy. In fact, I think it makes you suspect in some ways in terms of your leftist leanings. Secondly, if this wasn't so grave in terms of an attorney general who basically is, I think, afraid that Rosenstein and Mueller have the goods on him, he was likely wiretapped as a member of the Trump campaign and transition when the illegal wiretaps were done and authorized by Rosenstein. So I think
it seems like something. It sure seems like that's something.
He's frightened. And, you know, I've heard this before. I have great confidence in prosecutors. The Bundy case in Nevada, I have great confidence, but I'm not taking a position. Well, it just so happens the indictment against my client, Klayman Bundy, was thrown out for gross prosecutorial misconduct. And I was just in court last week. The same prosecutors were there after Sessions says he's doing a review. The guy is dishonest. I don't care if he comes off nice on TV. He's dishonest.
But wait, who are you talking about? Rosenstein or Sessions?
Both of them. Both of them. They're birds of a feather. Okay?
So you're not okay with just the symbolism of this legislation, you know, being introduced, even if it's kind of been put on the back burner for now? You're not content with just that? Because John seem to be.
Hold on. I'd rather see an impeachment, but at least it's something. It's an acknowledgement that Rosenstein is obstructing Congress.
Right.
There might be some there. I'd want to see an
But
impeachment.
Trey Gowdy doesn't want to see it.
Well, Trey Gowdy is an establishment guy. He's a lot of bark.
He doesn't want
He's
to
a
see
lot
it.
of bark,
Paul
and he's
Ryan
nobody.
doesn't want to see it.
The number one establishment guy. Paul Ryan's a Democrat in Republican clothing.
Right, guys and gals, you're right. I mean, you're both right here. Okay, all this is a symbolism. We know Congress hasn't done anything to hold the elites accountable for 50 years. I don't even know if they did it before that. This is positioning. They could have set a vote down right now, but they're pushing it off, hoping that they get the documents that they're requesting. Secondly, you've got Paul Ryan, who is a Republican establishment through and through, has done everything he can for the most part to harm the president. And of course, he's very happy to have Rosenstein continue on the way he has been, along with Mueller. He supported Mueller. In fact, Ryan says, I support him. He's a man of integrity. Well, it's Ryan who's not a man of integrity. And people see through this charade in Congress. This is what it is. It's a charade. And that's why I've proposed citizens' grand juries, if I may say, at freedomwatchusa.org. You can sign up, donate, do what you want. We need to take our legal system into our own hands. Forget about Congress. Forget about the Justice Department. We don't have a Justice Department anymore. We, the American people, need to rise up and have an equal system of justice that we established by indicting Hillary Clinton, by indicting James Comey, Robert Mueller, the intelligence chiefs, John Brennan, James Clapper under Obama, Obama himself. We have enough information. We don't need any more documents.
Hey, Larry, let me ask you about something else. The New York Times is reporting today that Mueller, the headline is Mueller examining Trump's tweets in wide-ranging obstruction of justice investigation. But there's an excerpt I want to read from that Times article, very concerning to me. It says, quote, Mr. Mueller will stitch together several episodes, encounters, and pieces of evidence, like the tweets, to build a case the president embarked on a broad effort to interfere with the investigation. Larry, this sounds a lot like Soviet-era KGB. Show me the man and I'll show you the crime. How do you obstruct an investigation when there's no underlying crime?
I'm an alumnus of the Justice Department. I was proud when I went there, to use an analogy used by, or at least a statement by Attorney General Jeff Sessions. It was like the Harvard for me, okay, to go there as a lawyer. And I saw politics when I was there, but it's nothing like you see today. And I am disgusted and appalled by this Justice Department, which is corrupt to the core. It's the Department of Injustice, as I think you implied. It's the Department of cover-up. And we need to clean house. The president needs to take charge at this point. He's got cover now with this symbolic impeachment. He now has cover to fire Rosenstein. He needs to send a message to the Justice Department, shape up or ship out, or I'm going to clean house now. The president waits around for things to happen, as is apparent with Mueller, and his head is going to be chopped off, figuratively and literally, by this guy. He's the product of the establishments of both political parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, that want to see this president destroyed and subvert our vote, because the American people have confidence in this president. He's doing a fantastic job, and that's why I'm doing whatever I can at Freedom Watch and personally to defend him, because he's not getting good defense even from his own lawyers. He's just getting dragged along. And that's why we do need citizens' grand juries, which are legal. Justice Scalia said so. We need to indict, we need to convict, we need to sentence, we need to do peaceful and legal citizens' arrests if we can. If not, we need to set an example that the people are in charge, not these clowns in Washington, D.C. that are enriching themselves daily. Go to Southwest, see the building in Washington. The money there is unbelievable.
Well, speaking of the president's lawyers, let's switch gears right now and talk about the tape that CNN claims is one of the recordings between President Trump and his former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen. The president's personal lawyer now, Rudy Giuliani, appears to be doubling down, saying there's still nothing, there's no there.
There's nothing on it,
on the Trump-Cohen tape. Here's what he said.
They've been saying all along, did the president know about it? Cohen says on the tape he didn't know about it. Did Cohen pay for it? Cohen said he paid for it. Was it for the campaign or was it personal? Cohen says it was personal. Over and over again. Not just one. It's a 2-hour tape. And Cuomo, like a reporter, presses him, and he sticks with his story. Why? Totally, with regard to that particular situation, once again, totally legitimate conduct.
Meanwhile, Larry, as you know, we've been hearing reports that there could be as many as
11 additional tapes, maybe 10. Maybe this Cohen one was the second tape.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Your thoughts on this?
Number one, this was a gross violation of attorney-client privilege. I don't care what Lanny Davis says or anybody else says. It is. and Cohen should be disbarred. Of course, he wasn't much of a lawyer before, so it really won't matter. But number two, this is symptomatic of the entire situation. That's why I'm saying we need to take action now. The more this Mueller investigation goes along, the more it requires ridiculous explanations by Rudy Giuliani on TV. I mean, no one takes it seriously that he's spinning like that. He needs to be a lawyer, not a public relations person. And that's the problem here. Is that,
But what, hey, Larry, clarify that. We have about a minute left. What is Rudy doing that you would do differently?
Good question.
I would advise the president to fire Rosenstein, to fire Sessions, and frankly, to fire Mueller. You have to kill them figuratively before they kill you. And that's
Let's make that clear.
The law of nature, okay?
Politics is a blood sport, Larry, it definitely.
Just want
And
to
don't
be
worry-
completely clear about that, Larry.
Don't worry about the blowback, okay? This president is who he is because he's not worried about that generally. So this bad advice, let's just go along. We're going to negotiate for an interview. But of course, that's never going to happen anyway, because that would be suicidal with Mueller. Just get rid of Mueller. Excise the cancer right now. And that's what I'm seeking to do, if I may say, with the citizens' grand juries. People can see that at freedomwatchusa.org. But you need the president to take strong action. He can end this thing today. Today. Forget about Congress. Forget about the Justice Department. You are the head of the Justice Department.
Well, Larry, you know you've got my vote for second special counsel. I just wish the White House was listening.
You went on Freedom Watch every day.
All right, Larry, great to
Klayman,
see you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
God bless you. Bye.
Yeah, he's been saying it for a while.
He's right. Everything he's saying is right.
But he's
They
not
need a more
doing it.
aggressive
I
approach.
mean, people have been saying that. This is nothing new. No offense to Larry.
No, but he is right that Giuliani's acting more as a crisis comms guy than an attorney, and it needs to be more aggressive now.
All right, coming up next, we're going to do our own analysis on that Michael Cohen tape. You don't want to miss it. That's coming up next.